Okay, so the objective of this scene was to go into the bathroom. I think you can hear the great sound work. Sebastian, your lead, has worked a lot on this kind of effects. When you take out your earplug, you can hear more the ambience. And this kind of art is done by our main concept artist. We got like 4 concept artists working on the game. With Edouard, who has made a lot of artwork.
He was the one
concept artist.
So basically in the beginning we do a lot of documentation, like we do a lot of research. From all those pictures we can find on the internet, every room, every character needs to tell you a story, who they are, what they do.
And just for following the scene, even for the mood, when it's still the rhythm of the game. So we wanted this scene in the bathroom to have a really cold and harsher and more contrasty lighting, to be different from the soft and warm lighting from the art class before.
Seeing this scene, there was here one of the mistakes we have done with the game. For example, when Max is tearing apart the Polaroid. In fact, I don't know if you have tried to tear apart a Polaroid, but it's quite impossible.
Yeah, you can. We tried it. You can't do it. It's too strong. It's plastic, and it's impossible to tear it like she does.
But of course, there is a lot of symbolic behind this, and so we decided to keep it, even if it's non-realistic. Maybe it's a bad Polaroid quality, and we can do it. So you can see the butterfly coming in from the window. There's a lot of symbol behind this. The butterfly, of course, with all the butterfly effect thing, and the fact that Chloe has got
some butterflies on her tattoo, and the color of her hair based on the color of the butterfly.
Really something we wanted to hear. The blue butterfly is really, really important, and of course at the end of the game it's much more important.
One of the fans' favorite, and of course a character we really love, Chloe. She's one of the most important characters, because at the end the choice is about her. It was really important to create this character the best way possible, so the player would learn to care more and more about her. But we really wanted her to be not that nice at the beginning. So when she's evolving during the different episodes, and she's getting nicer to Max, people would care even more about her because she changed, and she likes the fact that she changed. If she was the nicest person from the beginning, it wouldn't be, I think, as effective that her going forward and changing toward Max.
Sometimes some players hated Chloe during the first episode, and I think it's not a bad thing, because you can dislike a lot of things about her personality, and after in episode 3, and of course at the beginning of episode 4, there is really something more to this character, and I think it's like having in real life with a friend. There is always some things you don't like. The relation between Max and Chloe talk about that, and I think it's really interesting to see how the player will learn to like more and more Chloe. And
I think it was one of the biggest challenge of the writing process, because we have 5 episodes, we have a limited amount of time, and we need to find the good beats and the good pacing to make those characters evolve.
It's a really intimate story, and it's mostly just centered on just emotional moments. All of the major choices that you make in the game are emotional. The heart of it is the relationship between Max and Chloe. It gets really dark and things get really hard for Chloe and really emotional.
In the game, one of our goals was also to be able to talk about real life issues, about some social themes and difficult themes that can be experienced in real life. I mean, it's different to other games where there are bigger issues like situations of life or death or war or stuff like that. And in this game, we wanted really to focus on more human issues on a smaller level.
The mood of the game and the themes of the game. It's the themes that we tackle in the game are not something that you see often in other games. We try to be mature about it. We try not to force it onto players, and we try not to be too brutal about it.
We have issues like domestic violence, family issues,
So talk about drugs, alcoholism,
And
depression.
employment,
It's
really.
part of a reality, and I think it was really important for us to not avoid that. And I think it's a great video game is also a great media to talk about that, because as a player you will be involved maybe more than just looking at a movie or reading a book. You will be really part and actor of this experience.
We were not sure that Square Enix, the publisher, would approve all the scenes, the intense scenes we have, and how we deal with them. And really early in the discussions, we were relieved to see that they didn't want to change anything. They just wanted to make sure that we deal properly with the scenes or themes, and this is exactly what were our intentions. So.
It's again a key scene for episode 1. It's the first time you see Nathan and Chloe. First scene with the character is really, really important. We got a lot of information to give to the player. And
we needed to show that Nathan was quite a troubled child, a teenager, I mean. So this is him talking to himself at the beginning. We had to fine-tune and to find the good words to use. Then we see Chloe for the first time. We have to show what's her character, so she's direct and a bit pushy to Nathan. We need still to understand what's happening. So they're talking about money, about drugs. We had to find the right hints to give to explain things. So we don't want to lose the player.